my workshop and tools. I'd like to give you a little tour of my workshop and the tools that I'm using to rebuild Mikey. First of all, I just bought the materials for this stand that I just made today for about 80 bucks. How do you call these? Supports and some planks and wood. And this is where I'll be rebuilding Mikey in the next stage. I've been working on the ground up till now, but I was just getting a bit strenuous. Then I've got myself a workbench here on the left. First of all, a fridge, very important, with the beers in it. And then there's a workbench with a very nice vise that I bought for only 55 bucks. So with a 50 mils jaw, so it's just amazing to get that for 55 bucks. Brand is SCA. Got myself a propane blowtorch, a Benzomatic, which was, let me think, 35 bucks I think. Now of course my degreasers, my WD-40, some grease here, all-purpose grease. On my workbench I've got a bucket for miscellaneous bolts. I've got stuff I'm working on right now on a stainless steel tray. I've got my set of very cheapo screwdrivers, like 5 or 6 bucks, but this is the tool I've been using most up till now. It's just a screwdriver set and sockets and everything included. Then here, of course, on my workbench are my service manual and my parts list, which are all in Japanese. The service manual I have translated now into English as I master Japanese. So this is all Japanese, but I've got the English version, which really helps me out a lot in doing all my repairs. Then right here is a super cheapo set from the Aldi with cut off wheels and all kinds of miscellaneous items meant for a Dremel. But I use this with my impact drill, I think it is. This is a Makita LXDT01 and it's a super drill. It's brushless and it's the only electrical piece of equipment I have apart from my grinder, which I'll show you. But this is just a super drill. If you can ever afford it, I bought this one for $225 US on the internet, and it just does wonders. I couldn't have done all my repairs without it. Under my workbench, by the way, here's my my grinder, my angle grinder, in a bag with my welding gloves and some grinding discs. Now here's a box full of very odd tools and parts, and this is a bag filled with sockets and bits and torque wrenches and everything, and I use this a lot. And then next in line is a compressor I just bought for about 80 bucks. And it's a really good one. It's got a free airflow of 112 psi liters, about 120 psi, and it's a direct drive. I'd like to have a belt-driven one, but it's just too expensive. Next to it, another purchase I made recently, a sandblasting cabinet, which was about 140 bucks, and really nice for doing up your parts. And then here is a bunch of polishing discs and steel brushes and everything. A box with some sockets and taps and dies. And underneath another bunch of driver equipment. This is my main tool box. It's just a bag, but I just filled it up with really good tools. Basically a very good spanner set, a very good Allen key set, and then some mold grips here. One. This is a wide one got a small one. That's this one. Got some plumbing pliers here. And yeah, what else here? Oh yeah, some files, of course, because I'm using my files a lot. There's 3 ones. There's a big one. There's a small one, which is also round. And I've got a little red tail, which is square in this case. And then knives. Yeah, this is more for carpentry, but I've been using this too. A hook. Let's see, then here I've got my pots with screws. Here are the empty pots. And on this side here I've built 3 racks which contain all my parts of the bike to put Mikey back together again. These were really cheap, they were about 15 bucks each, Australian dollars. And yeah, I'm very happy with them. And here in front I just flattened a whole bunch of boxes and put them down as carpets. So this is another workspace I can use. So yeah, that's my workshop. And of course my newest purchase, the stand for the bike, with which I'm really happy. And that for only 80 bucks. And one of these supports, I think saw horses they call them, can carry up to 250 kilos. So this setup could carry 750 kilos. But for the top timber I used MDF plate, so can't put too much weight on it. But my motorcycle is only 115 kilos, so if it's fully built up, so there won't be any problem. So this is my man cave and I love it. So okay, talk to you next video. Bye.